you doing, people? Robess here, up at Glasgow Green today. Just to show face, a lot of people think that what's happening with George Square and everything's shutting down, that's the end of it. Well, let me tell the people here just now, Anti-Corruption Scotland and Save Our Children, two females here, Laura and Mandy, are here today to support myself, and I'm here to support them. There was another male to turn up here today, but he's let us down. I don't know why. The main purpose was for him today. But what we're here for, we're getting sick of the abuse in Govan Hill and all over Scotland. It's being hidden with the media, and people are getting away with it, even at the top of the ladder, politicians and everybody else. And this isn't acceptable anymore, people. It's time for the people to waken up, start siding with Save Our Children and Anti-Corruption Scotland, and let's make change. I'm working on stuff just now, people, that's why I'm quiet, so don't think that I'm away hiding, because I'm not hiding. I hide from nobody, right? And I believe in what I do, and what I do is the truth. Now, we have to stop this abuse. Sturgeon is interfering in child abuse inquiries that can't be allowed to happen anymore. These politicians are committing genocide against the people, and I would hate to think the amount of abuse is probably doubled while this COVID scamdemic's happening. It's diabolical what's happening to the people. People need to waken up. Sturgeon and the politicians, Police Scotland don't have the authority that they're claiming. They're corporations, there is no obligation, there is no contract. They're breaking their oath and they're committing malfeasance in public office, which carries a jail sentence of 14 years. Right? I'm working on something just now, people, because I'm taking this to a higher level, because I'm sick of it. The amount of people who's been abused in the street, grabbed, tied up with ties in the city centre, falsely arrested, falsely imprisoned. People getting accused of having drugs in Greg's Bakery, where there was no drugs and it was proven, and then get 3 other faked up charges to suit their political agenda. The thing is, well, people, what's happening here is Police Scotland, the men and women that represent this corporation, are interfering in politics, and it clearly tells you in the regulations that they're not to get involved in politics. It's wrong what's happening here. Anyway, people, Anti-Corruption Scotland is going to come back shortly with a vengeance, because we're not going to let this go, and nobody's going to stand in mattos, including Police Scotland. Right? Now, Laura and Mandy here, so Mandy's going to have a say, then Laura's going to have a say, because this is deadly serious, people. People need to waken up. People need to stand up and be counted.
Hi, people. I just wanted to say a bit about child abuse. Right, our child abuse in Scotland has been in our institutions and in our authorities for generations upon generations. Not one of these people in authorities have been sacked. So our children are still being looked after by a bunch of paedophiles. It's been proven that there's paedophiles. The Scottish child abuse inquiries have been inundated with children coming forward with abuse for the past. And basically, these people are all still in a position, they're all still working in our care homes, they're still working in our institutions, they're still working in the secure units that hold the kids that are really damaged. And while we're all in lockdown, these kids are in serious danger of being abused. We're getting shut down and we're getting silenced, we're not getting allowed to come out the house. But those children in Scotland have been severely abused, trafficked and exploited every single day, and there's nobody monitoring them. There's nobody looking after them, and there's nobody making sure they're safe. I also wanted to say a wee bit about COVID. Right, I'm not disputing COVID's not real, I'm not disputing it's a pandemic or whatever, or playing it down. But do you see bodies lying about the street yet? We're a year down the line, and what we are being told to do is killing us. Our children, our youth's mental health has been seriously damaged. They're being psychologically damaged forever. They're never going to recover for this. We have an opportunity just now to put a stop to this just now. Now, surely to God, going out there and facing COVID is not going to be better than what we are getting made to suffer staying in our houses just now. So we need people to start listening and start living your lives. Surely living your life and taking a chance of catching COVID can't be worse than what we're getting made to do now. We're getting isolated away from family, our bonds broke with our family that were built for years. We're getting told to stay in the house and we might never see them again. We're getting told not to visit your granny. You've got to bear in mind, you might never see your granny again. due to lockdowns and isolation, your granny might die, but would you not rather have cuddled her and spent some quality time with your granny, spent some quality time with your mum and dad, and then maybe they will die of COVID, but surely it's better to know that you've spent quality time with them than to know they died alone and isolated. And it's just, I think it's getting beyond a joke, and the people need to come together. We need to stand with Anti-Corruption Scotland, and we need a way forward. Our politicians, our legal system is totally corrupt. I've exposed they're full of paedophile rings. So how can we get a child abuse court case heard in a court full of paedophiles or paedophile protectors? It's never going to happen. We need a new way forward, and we need to I think, a plan and something to start protecting our children in Scotland and fighting for them. These children are voiceless at the moment due to COVID as well. Nobody can get in to see them, nobody can visit them. How do we know they're safe? We need to make appeals to find out if our children of Scotland and our care institutions are safe. And thanks people, thanks for listening.
I just wanted to address that people keep telling me on Monday that we shouldn't be talking about ending lockdowns, and we shouldn't be talking about corruption because we're about Save Our Children. People don't understand that this all ties into the exact same thing. We're talking about lockdowns constantly because during the first lockdown in March last year, child abuse in Scotland alone has risen by 53%, suicide's risen by 8%. That's why we want lockdown ended. It's no safe for our children, it's no safe for vulnerable people, it's no safe. Corruption is tied in with child abuse in every way possible, trafficking, everything. So whatever we want to talk about, then we'll talk about it. We're the ones that are here at George Square every Saturday. We're the ones that are here standing with Rob today, and we're always going to be standing with him, so that's it.
The thing I want to make clear here as well, people, I'm hearing things for doing Ayrshire and other areas. People are talking about legislation, legality. Legality is a nonsense. We have to invoke common law. We have to remove the politicians because they're corrupt to the core. They serve no benefit to the people. They serve no benefit to the lives of the people. People are dying because of their negligence for this lockdown. COVID scamdemic. There is a virus or something out there, but it's man-made. It just didn't happen worldwide in the period of time that it did. The New World Order, I've told you about this before, 2021, 2030. They want to take all your businesses, your homes, your properties, and that's what's happening. One world government, one world police service, one world court system, and one world military. People need to waken up to the facts, pay attention and do their research instead of shooting people down like Save Our Children and Anti-Corruption Scotland and other people that's fighting for the people's rights, because we are fighting for our own rights, for families' rights and everybody's rights, and this has to change, people. It's diabolical, it's disheartening when people shoot down and badmouth Anti-Corruption Scotland, saying that Anti-Corruption Scotland's hiding. Anti-Corruption Scotland and Save Our Children are hiding for nobody. We are our bosses, nobody else, including Sturgeon. She doesn't have the power that she's claiming to have. And this is a message to Nicola Sturgeon. I've told you time and time again to come and face a man. Come and tell me that the power or authority that you have over I, a man, and I'll show you that you have no power over the people of the lands of Scotland. You're a traitor to the people of the lands of Scotland, and you're a traitor to Scotland. Plus the fact you interfere in child abuse inquiries to shut them down, so they shut up and go away. You're all part of the scamdemic, and you're all part of the abuse in the system of the lands of Scotland, and it's going to stop. And if I've got anything to do with it, it's going to stop sooner rather than later. Anyway, people, it's great that these Mandy and Laura's turned up, and the boy with the camera, Billy, to do this wee thing, to promote this again, because we're coming back with a vengeance, people. Make no mistake. This isn't the end yet, this is only the beginning. People have to now stand up and be counted. And I've shouted time and time again for numbers, for myself and Anti-Corruption Scotland and Save Our Children to move forward. I need numbers. Don't sit in your keyboards playing with your keyboards. Get out, support a man and protect the people of Scotland, the sons and daughters of Scotland, and the elderly and the vulnerable. That's what our objective is, and it's up to you to be honourable and do the same. Anyway, thanks for taking time to watch this video, and thanks for taking time to listen to this video, and I hope you pay attention. There's only a couple of us here today, but we are all Anti-Corruption Scotland and Save Our Children, and we're the main ingredients of what's going to come forward and move forward. Have a good day, people. Take care and be safe.
Thank you. And can I just have a wee word to Nicola Sturgeon? Nicola Sturgeon, I would like to say to you You're responsible for abusing our children in Scotland at the moment. You're responsible for causing them permanent psychological damage. And can I tell you why? See these lockdowns? You're telling children and parents to isolate away from themselves and their children in their own house. We have a younger generation between 16 and 21 that have their whole lives ahead of them, their whole future, and they don't know what's happening. We have a government that's not supporting them. They have put nothing in place to save the mental health of our children. They are telling them to go home, stay in their bedrooms for up to 2 weeks at a time, eat off different plates for their mum and dads. That's child abuse. You cannot tell a family what to do in their own home with their children and separate individuals in a whole household from our other children. Now, basically what you're saying is we're not allowed to socialise, we're not allowed to have anybody in. The children and the men and women of Scotland have to sit and watch their neighbours starving and don't dare trap their door in case we catch COVID. No, this is unbelievable. Like, how can we, no, what if we Annie next door is suicidal and she has her friend in? Yous are promoting that we phone the police and we Annie next door because she's got a friend in. Well, what if we Annied her friend in because she's about to commit suicide and she's got 2 kids that she's going to leave behind? Yous are doing this all wrong. Yous are abusing the people of Scotland. Yous are terrorising us. This is actually a terror attack on your people. The way yous are playing this and the way yous are deciding to go with COVID is an actual terror attack on the people and the children, the men and women, sons and daughters of Scotland. Nicola Sturgeon, yous need to find another remedy to this, and it's to let the people live their lives, open their businesses. We might catch COVID, it's got a 99.9% survival rate. But our country's not going to have any survival rate if this continues. Our children are going to die, they're going to become suicidal, and I'm going to hold you responsible for every single death for this day forward to our children for once you see this video. And again, thank you so much for listening. But our children are not safe and they're in danger just now of suicide.
Yes, you would. Anyway, people, again, I'm glad that she's had her say again. It proves the point and the passion and how serious this is. And that's for you people with businesses that's closed. That's for you people that's losing your jobs because of negligence of a foreign government that's a corporation that has no power or authority over the people. Wake up and start siding with Anti-Corruption Scotland, save our children, and let's move forward. Again, people, have a good day, take care and be safe. Thank you.